Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Allison Turner. I am the founder of Bad Cat Media Group, and which is home of Dream Plan Start Grow, which is my business coaching program and my podcast. Today I launched a podcast with Kari Schwear of GrayTonic. You will find it on my YouTube account, and then the audios I actually released yesterday on Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon, Audible, Amazon Music, Apple, and Google. So check that out. But I want to just highlight a couple of things from my interview, which I thought was great. You know, I met Kari when she was first starting this business. We never physically met in person, but we talked on the phone. I was in a coaching program. She was thinking about joining the coaching program. And she was asking me questions about it, what I was getting out of it, different things, because she, it was a fair amount of money and she wasn't sure. But she has evolved so much in the last 4+ years that she's been in business. She started out as someone who was coaching on gray area drinking. So from someone that she herself maybe wasn't an alcoholic, but she saw that she had that gray area where maybe it was just a little too much. But she evolved from working with people on that to gray areas of our lives. Like, how do we improve those gray areas? And now, she's a executive lifestyle coach. She's a co-author. She's a speaker. She's a corporate trainer. So she works with high-end executives, like CEOs of major companies, to improve themselves, to get better, to, accelerate in their own lives, excel in their own lives. But it was a journey. And I wanted to just share a small clip of her journey with you, with the hope that maybe you'll go and watch the whole thing if it's something that interests you. And this is really for anyone, even though, with business coaching, I do a lot with, startup companies or companies that are newer in business. But this podcast is really, you can pick up tips from all of these business owners if you're a business owner. And, because they're talking about different things and different things that have influenced them throughout the time of them owning a business. So I'm going to flip this up.
Something on your own. And I went, yeah, I'll show that church. I don't need them. So that's literally how the idea of having my own business came to be. So the idea was in there. I got super excited when she said that. I felt like every fiber in my being was just radiating, like on fire. I went back to work the next day. I was off on Wednesdays. That was a Wednesday. I went back to work on Thursday at the Porsche dealership. And I happened to then be off. That evening, rather, I ended up looking on GoDaddy and seeing all of the domain names that were available, Gray Area Drinking being one of them, GrayTonic being another. That name came to me. And I bought 14 domain names. And I thought, my gosh, this thing is like going to happen. And I think the moment you make the decision that you have this idea and if it's bubbling inside of you and you get super excited about it, and that's an indicator that this must be the way that you should be going. And I thought, well, okay, I'll just see where it goes. Right. So on the side, I'm putting together I'm thinking about okay, I guess I have to become a coach now if I'm going to help people. So I did. I started that process of how do I get my certifications in place? What steps do I need to take? I hired a business coach right off the get-go that helped me kind of craft my messaging, understand what my methodology might be, how I can go ahead and coach. And then at this point, I had people that were learning about what I was doing and they were coming to me. And of course, I'm coaching them pro bono. And then it sort of took off from there. But it took a little bit of time before I decided that I'm going to leave my comfy, predictable 6-figure job to go all in on GrayTonic. And that day did come. But
so Kari shares in this video, she shares about, she was working for a Porsche dealership selling Porsches, and she was making a 6-figure salary. So for her to start a business, leave the comfy job where she knew she was going to get the money, and she had to make that decision. So that quick clip that I just shared is when she made that decision. Now, she ran both at once for a while, and then she decided at that point, you know what, I can serve more people. I can, improve more people's lives by really going out on my own, making the difference. And she left the Porsche dealership. She went 100% all in and really has excelled since then. I mean, I followed her on social media. I have followed kind of her journey, and it was great to hear because I didn't even know some of the stuff that was going on with her nowadays either, that she's working mainly with like CEO, C-suite executives on up-leveling their game, getting those gray areas, not necessarily drinking, it might be drinking, but gray areas out of their lives. So it's gone from one idea, which was that gray area, drinking area, to, hey, how do we level up in all areas of our lives? And that's really the entrepreneurial evolution. That is, what I titled this specific video, but it's how do we level up and continue to improve and continue to get better in our lives. And so whether you're an entrepreneur or just a person working for someone else, I believe we can all improve. We can all get better. We can all set bigger goals, whatever those are. Maybe it's spend more time with your family. Maybe it's take more trips, whatever it is, we can level up in our own lives. And I think that's the message that really comes through to me in this particular video and this particular interview. She also kind of hit the ground running. She hired that business coach right out of the gate because she wanted to be clear. It helped her with her messaging, helped her with her branding, and she wanted to be clear and hit the ground running, which she's done extremely well, really accelerated. And so if you want to check out the whole interview with Kari, again, as I mentioned before in the very beginning of my live today, you can either check it out on YouTube under Dream, Plan, Start, Grow. That's the channel. Or you can go to one of the audio podcast platforms such as Audible, Amazon Music, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple. So enjoy. I hope everyone has a great day, great evening. Keep leveling up. Get out of those gray areas and do your best.